Today is a crazy day. Let's get into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's your boy True Inferno. Today's day is Sunday, August the 1st, meaning two things. One, say it with me now.
Say it with me now.
It's the first of the month. You know about that. And two, and more importantly, we are now 17 days away from my birthday. It is finally my birth month, the best month of the year, August. So, pretty excited about that. But we entering this month on a sour note. Why is that? The time has come and a fun feature apparently had ended. And that is the distance scenario where you can spin a Pokestop or a photo gym thingy, whatever, from a distance. You have to be closer to do that again. And a lot of people don't like it. They're on Twitter going off at Niantic about this change taking place today, which brings me to release this video today. Yeah, I normally would do something like this on Monday, but it gotta be said. It gotta be said. So a lot of people are focusing on the fact that they did it, but nobody is focusing on why they did it. Doesn't it seem odd to you that when, for those of you who are part of the PvP community, when this, what is it, Gold PvP or whatever it's called, I forgot what it's called, PvP, whatever it's called, this season came out, they tried to cheat us on the Stardust, and we voiced our opinions about it, and guess what? They changed it back, no problem. There have been other scenarios. And even, here's another thing that was going on last week. People are getting banned, like out the blue. They didn't do anything wrong. They just played the game and they are getting banned. So it's like a spread of people getting banned. Well, guess what? Niantic released a statement saying, hey, we're going to look into it. We're going to fix it. So there's certain things that either happened in the game or they made a decision to do this and the people didn't like it. And Niantic jumped on it and said, okay, we're going to change it back. Why they ain't doing it in this case? Because a lot of people are voicing their opinion and they're making good reasons why it should be changed back because of the pandemic. It's still a thing, especially outside the US. So why aren't they changing it back? And at this point in time, as I'm releasing this video, or recording this video rather, why aren't they making a statement? So maybe it's because it was something that was out of their control, maybe? So let's come up with a few reasons why Niantic would not only make this change, but not change it back to how we want it to be, which is increased distance to spin a photo disc at a gym or a Pokestop. So one reason, and this is the number one reason I keep bringing up, and nobody either don't want to believe it, they don't hear it, or they turn a blind eye to it, and that is this. Because the Pokemon Company says so. I mean, let's be real. Let's use our common sense here, folks. Yes, this is a Niantic game, but they do not own every single thing regarding Pokemon Go. The Pokemon, the characters, and the likeness of Pokemon still are owned by the Pokemon Company. So, who's to say the Pokemon Company did not come up to Niantic and say, yo, y'all gonna get rid of that increased distance or we're gonna cut ties with y'all? I mean, if you were Niantic, what would you do? If the Pokemon Company came at you and told you to do this or that would happen. Now, am I saying, oh, take the blame on Niantic, they innocent, they did nothing wrong? No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm also saying is this. Don't ignore the Pokemon Company and don't act like they are pure and innocent like I am. But don't act like they're squeaky clean, like they can't do anything wrong. Don't act like that. What I'm saying is this. Blame Niantic and blame the Pokemon Company. Don't just blame one and kiss. This is a clean channel. And let's say kiss the carcass of the other. I'll say that. Blame Niantic and the Pokemon Company when it comes to issues involving in Pokemon Go, because again, there's some things that we've seen this in the past. Niantic, there was an issue, they jumped on it and they fixed it almost instantly. And then there's other issues where Niantic sees it, but does nothing. Maybe because the Pokemon Company told them to do nothing. Think about that. Now, here's another reason why. And actually, this reason was brought up by Training Tips a few weeks ago when we first learned about this change happening. And that is this: sponsors. Now, obviously, I don't recall every single sponsors that Niantic had when it comes to Pokemon Go that are basically involved in Pokemon Go. I think Starbucks is one of them. Once upon a time, I think McDonald's is another one. I don't know if it's still a thing or not. Sprint, once upon a time, was a sponsor, but they cut ties. So I don't know who's. Oh yeah, Grubhub, that's another one as well. Although Grubhub make no sense in this one. But imagine this scenario, and Trainer Tips pointed this out, so I'm gonna reiterate rather what he said. And that is this: it's kind of hard for us, to visit these sponsor spots where we can spend those photos, photo discs in the Pokestops from a distance. But if we were closer, then we might go in and get something from these sponsors. You know, Starbucks, get a coffee. McDonald's, get a burger. You know, whatever the case may be. That's another reason why I see Niantic doing this, to appease their sponsors. Now, my thing about that is this: if that is indeed true, and more than likely it is true. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure how true that is with Grubhub, because they deliver to your house. Like, they don't have an establishment for you to walk in and be like, yeah, let me order a number 3. No, they actually pick up the food and deliver it to your house. So I don't know how true of a statement that is when dealing with Grubhub, but I know Starbucks is still a sponsor, and there might be other places like McDonald's or whatever the case may be that might be a sponsor as well. And actually, I want to say, 7-Eleven, especially out in Mexico, and there may be some sponsors out in Japan as well. So my thing is this: just because we have to get closer to your establishment to spin a, whatever it is, a photo disc or a Pokestop, that doesn't automatically mean we're going to walk in there and order something. If we want to walk into your establishment and order something, it's because we want to. It's because we were planning on it, or whatever the case may be. It's not because, oh, spinning this Pokestop all of a sudden makes me want to go get a Starbucks. No. That's not how that works either. That's not how that works either. So maybe we should look at these sponsors and say, they ruining the game for us. Maybe, again, Niantic hands are tied in this, and we have to look at the sponsors. Now, some of you might say, wait a minute. You did say something that they should do in this case: cut ties with these sponsors. They cut ties with, what is it, Sprint, who is now T-Mobile, by the way, and they can get new sponsors, which is indeed true. If they have sponsors in the back, ready to go, they can cut ties with the likes of Starbucks. Which, me personally, I don't care, 'cause I'm not a Starbucks guy. I'm more of a Tim Hortons guy. And even a Big B's coffee guy to an extent, when, we had PvP tournaments once upon a time. But they could cut ties with these sponsors, saying, yo, these sponsors are affecting our relationship with the community. Maybe we need to cut ties with them so we can save face. I mean, that's a possibility. They could do that too. They could do that too and pick up new sponsor. Again, they got Grubhub, which doesn't require us to walk into a Grubhub headquarters or whatever, because no such thing exists to the general public. So that's another thing. So now the third thing why I can see Niantic doing this is because simply they want to. Because they want people to go out and explore it. I mean, I get it. If it was not for Pokemon Go, there would be a bunch of places that I know about now that I would have never knew about before. So the Civic Center Dearborn, I would have no reason to go there unless it was something involving the law, whatever the case may be. The park out in Livonia and the Civic Center out there as well, I have, again, unless it was something involving the law, I would have no reason to go out there as well. Downtown Detroit, obviously, once upon a time, we used to go down there to, for events and for the clubs and stuff like that. But outside of that, I would have no reason to go out there, park and walk around, or whatever the case may be. So there's a bunch of places that I would have never discovered if it wasn't for Pokemon Go. So I am down for exploring. I am down for adventure, to see the sights and stuff like that. And because of Pokemon Go, I was able to do that more often over the last, 5 years or so. So I appreciate Pokemon Go for that. But I do not need them to take away the distance to, in order for me to go on an adventure. I don't need that. Because I'm not going on an adventure every single day. I'm not exploring every single day. Because there's a little thing I like to call real life that I have to do. There's another little thing that I like to call making these videos that I have to do. There's another little thing I like to call live streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/true_inferno. Help me get to 1,000 followers before my birthday, please. That I have to do as well. There's another little thing I like to do that called making music. You know, there's another little thing I like to do which is called sleep. There's another little thing that I like to do that is called eating. You know, there's a bunch of stuff that I like to do that I have to do, and I don't have the time nor the desire to go explore or to go on an adventure every single day because of Pokemon Go. You know, that's me. And that's probably most people too. So we don't need the extra incentive rather, to go out and explore. Oh, let's take away the distance so they can go out and explore more. No, we don't need it, because if we feel like exploring, if we feel like going on an adventure, whether the distance is there or not, we're gonna do it. It's similar to if we feel like going to a Starbucks, we're gonna do it whether the distance is there or not. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, my final thoughts about all this is this. Yes, Niantic should change it back, because one, it was a very convenient feature, and two, and more importantly, because of the pandemic. The pandemic is still going on. There might be second waves coming in the future. We don't know. It's not over. Oh guys, look at Japan. You really think it's over in Japan? No. So they need to change it back. And again, I know New Zealand, I know the US have been affected by it. I don't know if this is a worldwide thing, but they need to change it back, because this whole pandemic thing is not over. And this is, again, a very convenient feature that I really, really like. The fact that I'm able to just sit here, drift, and then be close enough to spin a Pokestop across the street was beautiful. It was wonderful. But now, apparently, if I were to look at the game right now, one, I'm not drifting, and two, I'm not even close enough to spin that photo disc again that's across my street. Y'all can't see it, but it's there. It's there. So they need to change it back. That's the first thing that Niantic needs to do. If Niantic can't do that, they need to release a statement. They need to release a statement saying, due to circumstances beyond our control, we are unable to change it back. Now, if they don't want to snitch on the Pokemon Company or any of their sponsors, whatever the case may be, come out with a statement just saying that, due to reasons beyond our control, we can't change it back. And then people will look at it and say, why not? And then I would say, watch this video to find out why not. And people will be more educated about it. And now people will say, okay, so maybe we shouldn't be going after Niantic. Instead, we should be going after the Pokemon Company, wherever their sponsors are, and get them to try to get Niantic to change it back. Because again, my theory is the fact that Niantic would make any change to anything else, people getting banned for no reason, the lack of Stardust in the beginning of this Pokemon Go season, or whatever they call it, and other instances where they would change stuff back to normal or make fixes immediately, but in this case they're not doing it. It leads me to believe this is not a Niantic decision. I think this is either a Pokemon Company decision or a decision made that was influenced rather by the sponsors. And the fact that everybody is ignoring all of that and is focusing only on Niantic, I think it's blasphemous. I think it's blasphemous. I'm not saying, again, take the blame off of Niantic, because at the end of the day, it is their game. So yes, they should be blamed. They should be looked at. All the comments should go to them. But don't ignore the Pokemon Company and don't ignore their sponsors either. Y'all need to direct those comments towards them as well. So all of them should be getting the comments that I've been seeing on Twitter. Not just one party, all the parties involved. And I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stimulated Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Lewis the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they ranking with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show them that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.